10 minutes whenever you're ready.
All right, hi, my name is Roshan. I'm launching Donate Me to give the gift of education. So what is Donate Me? Donate Me is a website trying to help the highest performing students crowdfund in the form of a scholarship. This is a breakdown of my college tuition. I was one of those kids who worked super hard, multiple odd jobs, sleepless nights, trying to save up for the school I wanted to go, one of the top schools in the country. And I did get accepted, but after all the aid, financial aid, grants, all of that, I was still short $12,000. Although I was lucky enough to find that so many other students are not. This is an individual story, and you might think this is just one story, there's sadly so many out there. That's Ethan Pope, he needed just $9,000. Devonta Bignell, just $2,400 between him and his dream school. And it's not the full tuition that most people think about. It's always tuition, financial aid, loans, scholarships, the balance that you need to come up with that a lot of people struggle with. And you might be thinking there's thousands of other crowdfunding sites out there. Why are not these kids not using it? And these are some of the problems. When we interviewed a bunch of these kids, what we learned was there's a lot of shame in trying to raise money online because these kids are teens, 18 to 26-year-olds, always on social media, don't want to be humiliated in front of friends. And also, if you look at the failure rate of education-based crowdfunding models, crowdfunding campaigns out there, it's over 90%. So these kids don't want to feel like failures. And when you look on the donors side, how do you trust these stories that's out there? Is your money well spent? Is the money that you're giving away going to a good cause? So those are the problems, and lack of affiliation. Because would you rather give money to a kid who went to your school than some random kid in Texas, right? So these are the problems that we try to solve with Donate Me. We only take the top performing, highest quality candidates. You verify all their grades. Donate Me, that's what we do, so that we only have the top ones, and kids now when they get accepted to Donate Me feels like they've gotten to this prestigious scholarship website, not a crowdfunding site. So that's what we try to create. And we create the affiliation. When you create a profile, we will match you with students hopefully at some point who went to your school doing the same major because you would rather give money to those kids. And because you will maybe see those kids, you in those kids. And then the money that you raise goes directly to your school tuition account. And we plan to sign a contract with the school so that even if you drop out, that money, you can't take it out. So that's where we try to put in accountability to the system. And those are some of the kids, the first set of kids that we launched with from Eagle Academy in the Bronx. Just in that one school, there was so many kids who were trying to figure out that balance. And the structure and the revenue model, we're going to be a B Corp, a benefit corporation, a company with a social cause, trying to really help these kids go to school. Going to go with the established crowdfunding model with a 5% administrative fee. It's very well tested. And we're going to heavily rely on corporate partnerships. Hopefully NextGen will be our first partner. I work here for you, if you guys didn't know. Learning from my failure. I launched this while I was in school a couple of years ago when I just got accepted to Columbia and I didn't have money to go there. What we learned was a lot of the features that we have integrated now. That is the stigma. Kids don't want to share their profiles. The biggest thing that we learned was the 30%, first 30% in crowdfunding comes from friends and family. Once you cross that critical point is when strangers start donating money to you. And a lot of these kids in the Bronx that we launched with did not have that support group. So we really need to start with the alumni support to create that affiliation. And that's the biggest learning that came out from this failure. And some important numbers to quickly remember about our market. There's about 20 million students who go to school every year in the US. 3.5 higher GPA, there's about 20%. We don't know how to make it exclusive yet, the site exclusive yet, because a 3.5 in one school doesn't equate to another 3.5 in another school. We're still trying to figure out that magic formula, how to cut off students. Average college tuition, if you take in-state, out-state, private, public, average out, this is about the money that comes out. And just last year, $2.85 billion was just given into donation crowdfunding, just last year. And we think we can really leverage that market and expand on it if we have the right platform. That's me, my one-person team so far. Donate Me.